want to talk about this very interesting condition called burning mouth syndrome. There's not a lot known about it. It's very subjective. The person themselves is feeling this, but there's not very many objective findings. There's no test that can indicate that there's an underlying problem. It's very difficult to diagnose. They call it idiopathic, which means unknown cause. So when I see a situation where there's unknown cause, I like to try to pull a string and find out a little bit about it. And there are certain clues on what might be causing this condition, but if there is a subclinical nutritional deficiency, it's going to be very difficult to diagnose that. But this is what they know. A good portion of people who have burning mouth syndrome are postmenopause, okay? Now, what's unique about postmenopause? Well, you have low estrogen and you have very low progesterone. Okay, so we have those two things right there. And we also know postmenopausal women are at risk for a B12 deficiency. And we also know that a B12 deficiency can also correlate with a burning tongue, okay? And also if you're postmenopausal, you'll be at risk of B6. And I also found some additional research that shows that there's this association between a deficiency of vitamin B6 and burning mouth syndrome. I'll put that link down below. And so in all the studies that I looked at, the most common deficiencies that are found with burning mouth syndrome would be a B12 deficiency, a folic acid deficiency, a B6 deficiency, which, by the way, also B6 is necessary to increase progesterone. And so if you're really low on progesterone and you're using up all your B6, you could then become deficient in B6. Also, they found that a zinc deficiency can be associated with this condition too. And what's unique about that is during menopause, the adrenal glands back up the ovaries. So usually you have more cortisol stimulation, and higher levels of cortisol will definitely cause a zinc deficiency. Not to mention another risk factor for burning mouth syndrome is diabetes. And when you're diabetic, with all this glucose going through your bloodstream, you can easily become zinc deficient. And then the last correlation would be low estrogen, which you see in postmenopausal females. Now, another thing that may show up as well is you may have high homocysteine levels, which can be lowered by taking certain B vitamins like B12, B6, and even the mineral zinc. So if you have burning mouth syndrome, your best bet would be to take B12, folic acid, B6, zinc, and of course, do whatever you can to help support your adrenals and support any type of blood sugar issues. So if you're new to my channel, I'm going to show you how to do that down below. Click the link down below to download your eating plan. Hey, before you go, if you're benefiting from any of my content, I would love to hear about your success story. Please share it in the link down below.